Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cooper Field, home of your Georgetown field hockey team. It is a beautiful day for some field hockey. Weather and temperatures absolutely perfect on this fall afternoon. A wonderful Sunday, and the Georgetown Hoyas coming off of a fantastic win against number 16 Old Dominion on Friday. Look to add on to their winning ways here this afternoon against Lehigh University. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Dan Ward back in the booth for you this afternoon as the Hoyas. An exciting game on Friday, taking down the Monarchs of Old Dominion, a team that they had not beaten in their program's history. 0-5 coming into that game, having scored only 2 goals, both of which came last season. And now's 2-1 victory has leapfrogged them into a tie for 4th place in the Big East at 1-2, trailing, of course, UConn and Liberty, who remain undefeated, and Providence picking up the win earlier this weekend, so they are 2-1. But Georgetown right there now in the standings with that big win, and they're going against now an out-of-conference opponent in the Lehigh University Mountain Hawks, reigning from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, calling home to the Patriot League. This Lehigh Valley team struggling so far this season with a record of 1-9. Their lone win coming against Ball State 2-1 earlier this season. They are currently riding a 6-game losing streak. But to their credit, against Georgetown, they've found a lot of success, especially in recent years. 10-5 all-time against the Hoyas. They won 3-2 last season against Georgetown and have won 4 of the last 6 matchups. So these are two teams that have seen each other plenty in the two programs' histories, and the Hoyas looking to keep that momentum going. We'll start off with the ball here against the Lehigh University Mountain Hawks. 2:01 your start time on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon. The Hoyas, wearing their home blues, will be moving left to right to start this first half on your screen. Lehigh in their road whites with the brown lettering, moving right to left. Moving quickly up with it is Michaela Bruno getting things started for the Hoyas, drawing the first whistle against Lehigh. Bruno responsible for that victory, the game-winning goal in overtime. She came off the bench in the last game, picking up the start, being rewarded for her efforts. 6th start of the season for Bruno. Now Allie Cronin, my MVP of the last game, along with Kira Wheats. Wheats having 8 saves against the Monarchs, including 1 against the penalty stroke opportunity. Hoyas will reset. Let's take a look real quick at the starting lineups to go along with Bruno and Cronin as that ball is sent in towards the penalty circle where Lindsay Getz is there. Battling for it on the far side, Katie Moransky, and she loses it, and Lehigh will try to move up with it. Starting lineups for the Hoyas: Michaela Bruno, Emily Frazier, Cameron Rogers, Helena Masiello, Ashley Leverett, Katie Moransky, Kylie Cunningham, Lindsay Getz, Allie Cronin, Anna Farley, and back in goal, the freshman star Kira Wheats. Once again, that was Bruno, Frazier, Rogers, Masiello, Leverett, Moransky, Cunningham, Getz, Cronin, Farley, and Wheats in goal. For the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, as Bruno again trying to send one in towards the penalty circle. Can't find it. Whistle blows. It'll be going back towards Lehigh. Starting lineups for Lehigh: Sophia Mayink, reigning from the Netherlands, her and her teammate Lenka Hovis, two players from overseas, calling the Netherlands their home, both picking up the starts. Leah Mullery, freshman star, has been wearing number 3, is now donning 13 in this game. Amanda Boyer, Mari Ware, Sam Nason, Olivia Perrone, Anna Lehman, Isabel McEwen, Lauren Dice, and in goal, Stephanie Braybender, the sophomore, picking up her 4th start of the season. Lehigh has been powered so far by their freshmen. 6 of their 12 goals so far this season have been from freshman sticks. Lauren Dice, one of the senior forwards, moving up with it, able to draw the whistle. Dice, wearing number 20, will move in towards the penalty circle. Ball gets moved up into that area. Lehigh looking to attack first. They get deep inside the circle and are rewarded with the penalty corner. First good opportunity of the game going to the Mountain Hawks. As the Georgetown defense, which was sensational against Old Dominion, giving up their first penalty corner here just over 3 minutes into this first half. Ware is going to take the corner. Michael Hovis on the near side. Anna Lehman at the top of the circle, with several other Lehigh bodies. They're going to drop it off to Perrone. Perrone's shot goes inside. Lehigh retains possession, now coming up to get it. Rogers trying to help out, and she's able to get the whistle. So the first ball in the corner, retracted by the Hoyas. They'll get to reset and try to push up. It was a low-scoring game against Old Dominion, which worked out in the Hoyas' favor. The Monarchs were able to control time of possession for the majority of the game, but the Hoyas capitalizing on the few opportunities that they had, 2 goals being enough. Now in this game, Hoyas should look to attack, try to score early and often. As mentioned, only 12 goals have been scored this season by the Mountain Hawks. If they get behind in this game and need to start pushing the pressure and trying to score more, it will be a struggle for the Mountain Hawks. A low-scoring game is an advantage for the ladies in white and brown. Farley has it right around 30 yards. Being marked by Anna Lehman. Ball goes to the corner. Will stay with the Hoyas. Boyer and Lehman in the corner. Going against Jax Vanderveen, who's entered the game. Vanderveen inside the circle. Right along that baseline. Loses it. Coming up to help out was Mullery. And Cunningham getting a whistle called on her. Several Lehigh fans have come out to this game, and their voices being loud and heard here to start this first half. Move it up ahead to Boyer. Boyer setting it inside, and Wheats will just allow it to roll right across the circle and pass through the baseline. The Hoyas attack was able to score the first goal less than 2 minutes into the game on Friday. Right now, as that ball is stolen right inside the penalty circle, Lehigh with good opportunity. Wheats dives to the floor, can't get possession. Now battle for it inside, trying to draw a penalty one way or the other. Wheats just kicks it away towards the corner. That will stay with Lehigh, but gets it out of harm's way. Lehigh applying a lot of attacking pressure here to start this first half, very similar to the way Old Dominion played. Their forwards really pressing, getting on that forecheck. Statistically, a few players to watch for this Lehigh team. Lenka Hovis from the Netherlands leads the team in goals, assists, and points. 3 goals, 4 assists, and 10 points. That one can't be gathered in. Anna Lehman there in the middle of the circle. Leah Mullery, wearing number 13 today, also leads the team with 3 goals here in her freshman season. Sam Nason picking up her first 2 goals of her career last week in the losses suffered by Lehigh. Anna Lehman with 2 goals as well. Olivia Perrone with a goal, and Lauren Dice with 1 as well. So again, 6 of the 12 coming from the freshman team. Lehigh getting a lot of production early from their young players. Sophomore freshman-led team, boding well for them in the future as they move up this Patriot League. Give them a year or 2 to come together and build that chemistry, and we could easily see this Lehigh team moving up the rankings. And right now, playing with confidence against Georgetown, Hoya is looking to get their first sustained pressure. Haven't really been able to possess the ball for very long thus far. Cunningham with it now, around 35-40 yards. Sends it back to Farley. Jax Vanderveen still in the game. Mel Van Schack is there. She's entered the game, and Cammie Osborne as well. Osborne picked up the start against Old Dominion, coming off the bench. In this one, she's now the leading forward. Nice little move there by Hovis, splitting the defense and losing it at midfield, and the Hoyas can't connect on the pass up ahead. Lehigh. Lindsay Alvarez cutting towards the middle, can't handle the pass. A little heavy on the pass from Dice. Ball comes all the way back out towards midfield. Still with the Mountain Hawks. Mullery playing a more defensive midfield position right now. One of the leading goal scorers for the team. I can see how that progresses as this game moves up. And now chasing back for it. Isabel McEwen trying to catch up with Cami Osborne. Ball's kicked up ahead. It'll be the Hoyas. Osborne heading towards the circle along with Vanchak. Hoyas, good opportunity here. See if they can't draw a penalty corner, get that ball in. At the very least, get some sustained pressure here in the offensive zone. Katie Moransky, the captain, tried for a sweeping pass to the middle, tips off a couple of sticks, finds Hallie Gill. Gill to Vanchak. Being marked by Hovis. And Hovis able to take it away, and then losing it on the way back. Excuse me, that was actually Sam Nason coming up with the defensive play. Sam Nason doing an excellent job of marking Vanchak. Number 18, Maddie Monahan, the sophomore defensive midfielder, comes into the game for Lehigh, taking out the freshman Olivia Perrone. Vanchak looking for an opportunity here, nearly getting it past Mullery. Mullery now back on the defensive line. There's Hovis now. Also at the midfield position, two top scorers playing on that back line, just trying to slow down this Hoyas offense. Here's Getz. Scored the first goal against the Monarchs, sends it into Osborne. Osborne deep inside the circle, takes a sweeping shot, shoots, and scores! Cami Osborne with her 7th goal of the season to lead the Hoyas, gives them the 1-0 lead here in the first half. Give Lindsay Getz the assist on the first goal for the Hoyas. Gets her 3rd assist of the season. And Cami Osborne adding to her team lead. Now 2 ahead of Lindsay Getz in goals with 7. So 1-0 here in the first half, 24 minutes to go here in this first half. And the Hoyas get that all-important first goal, putting the pressure on the Mountain Hawks, who do not score very often. Their lone win was only a 2-1 win against Ball State. And now the Hoyas looking to add on quickly as Moransky's able to get it deep in the circle. And whistle blowing against Isabel Harkins. So the Hoyas will have to retreat. But an excellent job getting that first goal, putting the pressure on. And we'll look to continue to add on to the score. Georgetown, a lot of firepower on this team. Good opportunity to get the offense rolling, but look out here, Lehigh on the counter. Sends it inside, centering ball off the stick of Lindsay Alvarez. But it will be rewarded to Lehigh as it goes off her stick. Penalty corner rewarded, so 2 penalty corners in this first half thus far for Lehigh. Going back to take it, Maury Ware.
Number 5, Maury Ware.
Dice, Monahan, Nason, all at the top of the circle. Hovis on the near side. That's McEwen. Cue into Hovis. Hovis just trying to sneak it through the circle. Cannot, as it's defended away by Allie Cronin. And Cronin will just clear it all the way out off the stick of Getz and now giving chase. Getz has a man up ahead. It's Harkins. Harkins 2-on-1 trying to lead the pass for Getz. And it finds the foot of Bravebender. Bravebender, the goalie, coming out. Well aware of the team's need, coming back on a 2-on-1 transition break. Harkins just could not get enough of that pass to Getz. Hoya's missed opportunity there, and now a unforced turnover from Mullery, as Amanda Boyer could not handle that pass. Jax Vanderveen looking a pass in, finding Gill. Gill reverse sweep, blocked. A foul on Georgetown. Good back and forth action here. Both teams applying a little pressure. A lot of long counters and big runs from both teams here in the first half. The 1 goal to Georgetown. Cronin's pass a little too heavy for Moransky, and she can't chase it down at midfield. We see a lot of different bodies coming in from Christy Longacre. Uses her rotations well. Recognizing the talent and several players able to be productive at several different positions on this team. As Helena Masiello checks back into the game, take over the forward position. She'll be alongside Vanderveen and Lindsay Getz. Now Hovis, native from Netherlands. Played on the second best team in the country prior to coming over to the States. Loves the competitiveness that Lehigh provides, both on and off the field, inside and outside the classrooms. Boy is slowly building this offensive push, benefit of a whistle. Benefit of 2 whistles now. Rogers will try to sweep it around to the other side of the field, here to the near side. Cronin over to Rogers. Rogers is getting it out of harm's way to Farley. Farley not enough on that pass, easily intercepted by Boyer. Midfield attack currently being won by the Hoyas, and now here comes Michaela Bruno. Speedy, quick, and always look to create something on offense. Sends it up ahead. Inside the penalty corner, tipped, deflected, and scores! Masiello off the shot from Lindsay Getz, tips it past Braybender. And the Hoyas, with their second goal of the game, lead 2-0. Sometimes you just need to be in the right place at the right time, and Helena Masiello, perfect position off of that reverse sweep shot by Lindsay Getz. Tipping the ball in past the goalkeeper, and no. After some communication, looks like we're gonna have to take that goal off the board. The 2 head referees coming together. Hearing some complaints from the Georgetown faithful, but Christy Longacre standing her position. No argument from her, so take back everything that was said and take away the music. It's still a 1-0 game. Masiello, no goal for her, would have been her 4th goal of the season and the 2nd assist of the game for Lindsay Getz. Referee asking for the clock to be reset to 19:34. Basketball tipped in. illegal position or off of a body part of Masiello, not just her stick. But nonetheless, Hoyas still with possession in the offensive zone. They get it back inside the penalty circle again, and now will be rewarded with a penalty corner, their first of the game. And a chance here to just delay that second goal of the game. Try to get right back to that 2-0 lead that they had briefly before it was waved off. Jax Vanderveen at the top of the circle. Masiello and Bruno near side.
Corner for Georgetown. Taken by number 22, Anna
Farley to take it. Sends it to Vanderveen. She sets it up. That was Frazier with the shot. And then the Hoyas score! Initial shot blocked. On the rebound. Jamie Osborne sends it to the back of the net. Not giving up on the play. Osborne, her second goal of the game, 8th of the season, and now the Hoyas have a 2-0 lead. Things going the way of the Hoyas here in the first half. A couple of fortunate bounces, and they've taken advantage. 2-0 now. Hoyas leading the Mountain Hawks. Continue to apply that pressure. At midfield. Hoyas get the ball back. Anna Farley. Marked by Anna Lehman. Battle of the Annas. And Lehman wins out. Burn there to help them out. Sends it to the far side. English met on that far side by number 19, Isabel McEwen. One of the leaders of this team. Senior starter, senior defenseman. All right, Lauren Dice leading the way along with Lindsay Alvarez for this Lehigh team as far as senior leadership. Now another long pass up ahead. It's a foot race. Masiello versus Mullery. The captain versus the freshman. First rewarded to Lehigh and then overturned by the same referee that made the call of the no goal. So now it's Jax Vanderveen trying to make full moves against Lehman. Lehman right there and able to win the battle. Lehman has been very solid, listed as a forward on the roster. He's done an excellent job in the midfield position today, especially playing more of a defensive role when she's been called upon. Ball set up now, Mari Ware. Freshman from Hayes, Virginia. Ware in the corner, marked by a couple of Hoyas. And defending the ball too much with her body was Ware, so it would be turned over to the Hoyas. Restart, 16 yards out. All the way across the field. Nice pass as it slipped through a few Lehigh defenders. Now up ahead to Getz. Getz with Harkins in front if she wants her. Getz, reverse pass into Harkins, and bounce off of Harkins first. Hoyas have done a great job in transition getting those opportunities, but have been unable to finish. Thought they had one with Getz and Masiello earlier before it was waved off. Getz and Harkins, that pairing has had a couple of opportunities now in 2-on-1 and 2-on-2 situations to try and score a goal. Bruno with the interception right at midfield, and look out, she loves to create here in the equal space. Gets it up ahead to Getz. Getz with room. Getz takes the shot, saved by Bravender. Given to Lehigh. Big save by the sophomore. This is a team with 3 goalkeepers with time this season. Paige Inorella has played the most and has had the most success. She is the reason for the lone win, has started 7 of the team's 10 games thus far. Ray Bender starting the other 4. Lehigh doing a good job at getting the ball out towards midfield, but then having a hard time winning the midfield battle between the Hoyas and the Mountain Hawk midfielders. Hoyas defense against the Monarchs came together on several occasions. All 10 players on the field, and then Kira Wheats in a world of her own, coming together, everybody making a play defensively. Even the attacking forwards of Getz and Osborne coming in on multiple occasions to help out their team. Stunned the Monarchs 2-1 in overtime. Harkins battling across the field. Vanderveen. By Moss-Stoller. And a comfortable lead right now for the Hoyas, 2-0 here in the first half. 13:30 left to go. But look out here, interception. Moving in with it is Dice. Dice being attacked by Wheats. Wheats makes the initial saves. Dice still has it, blocked in front. As I think that was number 17, Sydney Stevenson, coming back to help out Wheats on that second shot attempt. Wheats able to keep the shutout alive as Dice had a good opportunity off the interception, and now the counter by Georgetown. Getz trying to win it first, coming and knocking the stick away from Leah Mullery. Another opportunity gone by, but Hoyas now applying the attacking pressure. Moss-Stoller. Backwards to Nason. And there's Bruno again. How many times is she going to come up with the ball at midfield? Bruno getting past Nason. Bruno takes a shot off of Mullery. And just inside the striking circle. Nice job by Bruno. You know that when she gets her stick on the ball, she's going to be looking to attack, and she does it once again there. Forcing the second penalty corner of the game for the Hoyas. They'll bring in several attackers here. Bruno, Stevenson. They'll be thrown in to make the pass, take the corner. Looks like Stevenson and Bruno at the top. English on the left. Getz here on the near side. Gill right behind the top forward. Stevenson with the ball. Takes a shot. Well wide. It will stay with Georgetown as it went off the stick of Lehigh. I'll just have to reset here. Back around the 25-yard line. Coming to get it is Jessica Logano. Checking the game just a few minutes ago. Bruno in the corner, met by Mollister. Logano trying to get Bruno again. Can't get a pass between Moss-Stoller and Lehman. So 11:15 to go. Lehigh with possession, deep in their defensive territory. 2 goals for the Hoyas coming off the stick of Cammie Osborne, her 7th and 8th goals of the season after having 10 last year in her freshman campaign. Now here comes Harkins again. Has been doing a great job getting that pressure. Harkins and Getz still battling for it, and Mullery able to protect it and get the whistle. Harkins, a lot of energy in this game, given the opportunity to play that forward position alongside one of the better offensive players in Getz. Bruno didn't have a great shot angle there with Mullery right in front of her. Send it well wide of the goal. May have been looking for Getz as well. She was there on that far side near the far post. Grace English stepping up to take this one away. And over the last 5 minutes or so, it's been a reverse of what we saw against Old Dominion. Except this time the Hoyas do have the lead. The team that is applying the consistent attacking pressure does have the lead. Georgetown last game definitely were more of a defensive team, but now continually attacking, getting that ball, keeping it in the offensive zone. I could hear Christy Longacre saying on the sideline, easy Bruno, easy. Bruno right now not guarding any man particularly, more of a rover, looking to attack when she can, try to force those opportunities, come up with those steals. They also don't want her to come out of position trying to force anything she can't. Now on a long pass, Osborne has it. Osborne with Van Schack cutting in the middle. Osborne tries to get it to her, is blocked by Nason, gets knocked to the ground. Whistle blows and we go back to Lehigh. Osborne losing her footing, not sure why she didn't get the call. As she trots back towards the Cooper Field side on the field. Lehigh, although down 2-0, has done a nice job preventing some of these fast break opportunities for the Hoyas. Unable to keep that ball in, though, was Boyer. Hoyas will take over. Logano coming to get it. She's got Bruno in front of her. Osborne and Van Schack again, the forwards right now. Tries the corner again for Bruno. This time connects with her. Bruno along that baseline, gets inside the circle. Bruno with a pass, centering pass. Tim Dow will stay with the Hoyas. Osborne was in front, got knocked again. Battling with Sam Nason. Bench saying, Tammy, keep your composure. Very easy to get frustrated after consecutive plays of being knocked to the ground without being rewarded a penalty. Stevenson retreating to get this ball now. She's being marked and taken away by Lindsay Alvarez. The third senior on this team sends a shot in, bounces off a couple of sticks. Whistles remain silent. Another shot by Dice, gathered by the Hoyas, and the Hoyas will carefully clear it out. And who else but Allie Cronin? When you're in danger, get it to the stick of Cronin on the defensive side. Sweeping pass up ahead. Osborne looks like she's going to be the first to get to it. Osborne inside the circle, tries to make a move around. Nason gets past her, but then Brabender is there to knock it away. Osborne again looking for a different call. Brabender coming away with the kick save, keeping Osborne away from her hat-trick goal. Well, it is now 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Performed very well here in the offensive zone. Consistent pressure on the Mountain Hawks. Winning this time of possession battle here in the first half. All stay with Lehigh now. Lehigh trying to get some sort of offensive pressure, still only down 2. Very manageable game for them. Right now, unable to get anything going consistently. That one just taken away by Van Schack. And Mullery returns the favor, helping out her teammate. You see with some of these struggles that Lehigh has had getting the ball out of the defensive zone, you see why Mullery, a very skilled player offensively and defensively, is playing the back position here in this first half. She has been one of the more consistent players in this game for the Mountain Hawks. Mountain Hawks now marking their man, Logano. In the corner, going one-on-one against Mylink. Mylink getting some help from Boyer. Ball goes out of bounds, will be retraced back to the 25-yard line. Osborne and Gill inside the circle right now, and going corner again to Van Schack, and a little too heavy on that pass from Logano. Logano, one of the few players donning the gloves and the mask. One done by St. Francis earlier in the year. Several players wanting a one-glove maneuver, sometimes for comfortability, sometimes to help protect from injury. Sometimes it's the way you're brought up based on your club team or your high school team and their rules. Mostly just a matter of confidence and feel for the game. Now we have Mullery, and taken away again, this time by Jax Vanderveen. Vanderveen, the playmaker, setting it up for Masiello. Masiello has Osborne in the circle. Gill coming to help her. That ball is off the foot of Mullery. Will stay with the Hoyas. Back out to Vanderveen. Vanderveen trying to get inside the circle. She does. Vanderveen looking for Osborne. It gets tipped off of a Mountain Hawk and then cleared out of harm's way to Mullery. Pagano stepping up to intercept that pass. Pagano looking for the corner again. Has that ball tipped out of bounds off of Miley. Vanderveen again. Gets couple Mountain Hawk defenders. Tries to center the ball, finds stick of Mullery, stays in the circle. Bruno now with it. Bruno shoots and scores! Michaela Bruno. And we waited a second there. Make sure that the referee wasn't calling the goal back for the second time in this game, but she doesn't. As Bruno goes to retrieve the ball, and the Hoyas now with a 3-0 lead off the stick of Michaela Bruno. There it is, let the music play. Michaela Bruno had the game winner, her second game winner of the season against Old Dominion. And now picks up her 5th goal of the season, tying her for second on the team with Lindsay Getz. And the Hoyas with a 3-0 lead here with 3:30 left to go in the first half, and they may not be done. They get the ball quickly back ahead. Lindsay Getz deep in the circle. Getz turns, tries to flick a shot in, cannot. It's blocked. And then final whistle blows and penalty on the Mountain Hawks. Penalty corner upcoming for the Hoyas. This is the first time in 4 games that the Hoyas have scored 3 goals. The last time coming with their win at LaSalle on September 16th, where they won 3-2.
Number 22, Anna Farley.
It's only the 5th time all season that they've scored at least 3 goals. Penalty corner, shot taken, deflected on the way in, doesn't matter. As the whistle blows, it'll go back to the Mountain Hawks. Hoyas scored 4 goals against St. Francis here at Cooper Field and 7 against LIU Brooklyn, and then 3 against LaSalle. So winners in all 3 games in which they've scored 3 or more goals. Looking good here. Getz looking for a 4th, sends a shot in, saved by Graybender. Confidently with the right pad. Graybender has done very well here in the first half, despite the 3 goals allowed. One of them coming off the penalty corner. The other coming down from a breakdown on defense. Really not much she could do on those 3 goals scored by the Hoyas. Has done all she can do with some key saves here in the first half to keep this a manageable game for Lehigh. But right now, it's been all Georgetown here in the first half. A few penalty corners for the Mountain Hawks, but none since early in this first half. Lehigh holds the advantage. Hovis with it. Hovis setting it up ahead. Nice pass to Dice. Dice able to gather it. She's been met by Leverett. Sends it in towards the circle. Lehigh now attacking inside the circle and are awarded a penalty corner. Alvarez, the senior vet, drawing the penalty inside the striking circle.
Lehigh corner, taken by number 10, Olivia.
If the Mountain Hawks with 45 seconds left in the half can get a goal here, momentum certainly can turn their way. It'd be a big boost for them to get this to a 2-goal deficit heading into halftime.
Under 1 minute left.
Olivia Perone to take it. Out to Hovis. Hovis makes a move. Back over to Perone. Perone, low shot. Hits the pads of Wheats. Hoyas just do whatever they can to clear it out. It'll be another penalty corner for the Mountain Hawks. 15 seconds left on the clock. This could be the last play of the half here.
Taken by number 10, Olivia Perone.
All bodies up for the Mountain Hawks, recognizing the time. Just 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. Hovis moving in. Denied in front, and the whistle blows. And that'll be halftime. Hoya is able to battle through those final attacks by Lehigh, stopping all the penalty corners in that first half, and they head into halftime with a 3-0 lead over the Mountain Hawks. 2 goals by Cami Osborne and 1 by Michaela Bruno. So we'll step aside as well. Come on back for the second half. You're watching Georgetown Field Hockey on Hoya Vision. Now Lehigh trying to counter quickly, gets the ball up ahead into their offensive zone. For Emily Frazier, her second goal of the season. And second assist for Helena Masiello. 4-0 game here. Hoya is looking for back-to-back wins. And right now looking for very quick back-to-back goals as Masiello moves up 1-on-2, outnumbered. Makes a couple of moves, defended nicely by Hovis. Hovis meets Cameron Rogers, and the ball will be going to the Mountain Hawks. This will be the first time since their 5-game winning streak to start the season that the Hoyas will have back-to-back wins if they can hold on to this lead here today. Farley. Low pass up ahead, trying to sneak it through the defense, cannot. That's Masiello up ahead. Couple of substitutions waiting to come into the game for the Hoyas. Lehigh getting the whistle. Now we can move up. See if Lehigh makes any adjustments. Third-year head coach Caitlin Dahlmeyer. Move a couple players around, try to bring some of the goal scorers up on that midfield position and forward position. Try to apply some more pressure, win those midfield battles against the Hoyas. That has been one of the key differences is Georgetown's ability to take the ball away at midfield. The defensive play of Cronin, which is always sensational. Bruno with a nice tip pass to herself. Sends it up ahead to Van Schack. Van Schack tried to go backwards to Bruno. She's able to gather it a little bit out of position now. Tries to make a move. Good mark by Mastoller, excuse me. Ball deflected in, tipped off the Hoyas. Whistle blows, it'll go to the Mountain Hawks. Cami Osborne now in the game at forward, looking for her third goal, looking for a hat trick. Van Schack alongside her. Cameron Roberts moving up to the forward position as well. And Bruno charging up towards that line, gets inside, centering pass to Osborne, deflected by Nason, and then Osborne with an attack on Nason's stick. Gets the call, and the Mountain Hawks can now reset. Hovis moving back now to a defensive position. Mullery right now on the sidelines for Lehigh. One of the more consistent defenders in that first half for the Mountain Hawks. Isabel McEwen also had a solid first half, but loses it here. Gets met by Nason. Nason has definitely been one of the better defenders in this game for the Mountain Hawks. Leverett continuing to move through the whistle. Trying to set it inside for Vanchak, and she was pushed from behind. And that'll be a penalty corner awarded to the Hoyas. After only having 2 penalty corners, one of which they scored on in the first half, the Hoyas quickly getting several here in the second half. We're just 7 minutes into the action. Like what you see though, coming out of halftime, not being complacent with just a 3-0 lead, looking to continue to add on here in the second half. Rancy to the left, Osborne at that striking point at the top of the circle. Farley, send the pass. We go near side to Moransky. And the defender ran out too early, so now having to exit the area. Anna Lehman. So now the Mountain Hawks, a defender down on this penalty corner. 3 defenders plus the goalie, Moransky. Sending it over to Osborne. Osborne with the shot off the post and goes wide. Connected on all of that shot. But Osborne will have to wait for a 3rd goal of the game. Ball was deflected out, so the Hoyas will retain possession. Osborne now deep inside the circle. Bruno unable to get to her, commits the foul, and the Mountain Hawks will take over. Quick turnover. Allie Gill back in the game. Sending over to Bruno. Flick pass up to herself. Gets pass into the penalty circle. Vanchak is there. Loses the handle when ball rolls out of bounds off her stick. Back to the Mountain Hawks. First half stats. Georgetown, 6 total shots in the first half. 3 penalty corners for them compared to Lehigh's 4. Just 2 shots for the Mountain Hawks in that first half. Ray Bender coming up with 2 saves, as did Kira Wheats. So the goaltenders even in that first half. Now Claire Gerweel, yet to mention her name other than the fact that she's entered the game, as the Hoya offense has had control of this ball through the entirety of the second half. All yet to get deeper than the 30-yard line of the Hoyas defensive zone. There's Sam Hickey. Also donning the captain's guard, the senior midfielder from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Masiello and Moransky, senior leaders on this Hoya team. Now the ball finally getting into some deep offensive pressure for Lehigh. And quickly taken away by Kelly Cunningham. Good tackle on Olivia Perrone. Cunningham, a sophomore, Perrone, a freshman. Certainly a lot of potential on this Lehigh team moving forward. A lot of young, talented freshmen and sophomores on this roster. Right now playing what has been a much better Hoyas team here this afternoon. Hovis going far side of the field. Toller getting it up to Mullery. Mullery, there you are, moving up to a forward position. A midfield forward slot for Mullery, more common to what she's used to instead of that defensive back position she was playing in the first half. Sweeping reverse pass up ahead. Gill over to Getz. Getz in the corner. And just runs it out of bounds across the baseline. So we haven't seen a lot of Sam Hickey in the last few games, despite being a captain, but now Christy Longacre going to her bench, getting a lot of rotations in, a lot of substitutions. Sydney Stevenson just checked into the game, and there she is with the ball. Sends it over to Gill. That's Vanderveen is on the far side of the field. Gill losing possession right at the Georgetown G at midfield. Now tipped up ahead. Mylink, reverse shot, save by Verweel. First action she gets, and it was a must save as that ball was headed to the top of the net. Now Lehigh getting inside. Centers in front. For Wheel, diving effort. May have got a piece of it. Lehigh never got a shot off, and it's just cleared out of bounds. Hoya defense looking porous there on those last two opportunities. Lehigh again continuing the attack with some momentum. Cleared out initially, and then a penalty corner going to be rewarded. So after not saying anything about the Georgetown defense through the first 10 minutes of this half, Lehigh comes back with a couple of strong shots. A big reverse shot by Sophie Miley.
Lindsay Alvarez.
And now they get forward with their first penalty corner of the half. Senior Alvarez will take it. A lot of bodies on the line for the Mountain Hawks. There you go, far side. Sending it back to the middle. Shots taken, and they score. Off of the stick of Olivia Perrone, the freshman. She gets her second goal of the season and ends the shutout of the Hoyas. It's now a 4-1 game.
Goal for the Mountain Hawks by number 10, Olivia Perrone.
Timeout by Georgetown. As it's announced on over the loudspeaker, Olivia Perrone gets the goal. May give an assist there. We'll have to double check the final stat line as that ball was sent on the pass from the penalty corner. But nonetheless, a 4-1 game, and Lehigh with a little bit of life here. 23:53 left in regulation. Hoyas just breaking down a little bit defensively there. Christy Longacre calling the timeout, resetting her team. Important that they keep their composure and keep playing through the final 23 minutes. Very easy to get complacent when you have a big lead. You're playing an opponent that, coming into the game, you see the record, you see the losing streak. But that makes them all that much more dangerous. Nothing to lose, everything to gain for this Mountain Hawk team. And with talented young freshmen leading the way, you never know what you're going to get. So important for the Hoyas to buckle down here, get back to good field hockey. One goal allowed, not the end of the world. But let's end the momentum here. Get back to controlling the pace and converging on defense. Georgetown out of the timeout first, gets set up. Lehigh now entering the field. Cami Osborne back on the field with Helena Masiello. Jax Vanderveen taking her spot on the far side of the field. Jessica Logano, Ashley Leverett, Allie Cronin, and Sydney Stevenson, the back line for the Hoyas. Kayla Bruno at midfield. Sam Hickey at midfield as well with Allie Gill. For Chloe Verweel, this is just her second action seen this season. First goal allowed now in over 35 minutes of play. So she went a whole first half worth of time. And a nice tip pass ahead. Osborne to Gill. Gill one-on-one with the goalie Bravender. Bravender comes out to attack. Reverse shot by Gill. Denied by Bravender. Stays alive for Hickey, and the whistle blows. And it's going to go to Lehigh. Tough ball just a little bit ahead of Gill as she was chasing it down. Was able to get a little bit of space for the reverse sweeping shot. But Bravender was there to make the save and keep this a 3-goal game. Very impressed by the touch pass from Cami Osborne, though, to set that play up. Now Gill again, trying to reward Osborne this time, but it's intercepted. That's Hovis. Hovis clearing it out to Mullery. Mullery, very talented freshman, look out. Moving up the field, trying to draw a foul, and she's able to get it. Continue driving the play, we'll pass it backwards. Tip pass in, knocked down by Bruno. And Bruno just trying to get it out of harm's way. Finds Mason. Mason. Sending it over to Dice. Dice being harassed by Cronin, 20 versus 20. And Cronin takes up the victory. Allie Cronin has been sensational in her last few games. Sophomore back, really a leader on that back line for this team. Sydney Stevenson clearing it out to Gill. You see a little bit extra pressure being applied by Lehigh. Only two backs right there. Hovis being one of them. Beautiful pass up ahead. Into the striking circle goes Lehigh. Falls to the ground as she's met by Stevenson. That's Ware. Ware and Stevenson. Stevenson knocks it away. Now McEwen. McEwen centering ball. And it's knocked away. Georgetown will take over. A lot of pressure there. Ware able to get deep into the striking circle, but was unable to get a shot off. Stevenson standing her ground. Took a bit of a hit. And she's able to win out for the Hoyas. Lehigh clearly with the momentum right now. Braybender coming with that big save. It looked like Georgetown was going to turn the tides. That may have just helped Lehigh be even more energized here in the second half. Intercept that pass initially, but off the foot of Mastoller. Up ahead to Bruno. Bruno trying to work her way through two defenders, gets a tackle in. Hovis draws the foul. Hovis up ahead to Ware. Ware struggling to gather it. Now some pressure from Vanderveen. And Ware will just swing it up ahead. Downhawks retaining possession. 19 minutes to go here in regulation. 4-1 game for the Hoyas. Gatto will wait to reset. Now up ahead to Gill. They've had this opportunity. Lehigh's pressuring. It's going to give Gill and the forwards a little bit of space. They have to capitalize and find those holes. Right now, even though they get a quick opportunity, Lehigh has been able to come back and knock it away. Ware again. As Molery. Dice and Lehman are in the middle. Molery met by two Georgetown defenders. Still battling for it in the corner. And it's taken away. Allie Cronin once again. And clears it out up ahead. Georgetown looking to run. Far side of the field they had it. Send it over to Van Schack. Gill crashing towards the net with Hickey. Van Schack has it and loses it. Clean play once again as she was marked by Lenka Hovis. Clearly one of the star players on this Lehigh team. Just a sophomore. As mentioned, is going to be very good for this Lehigh team. Harkins able to draw the foul. Georgetown possession. Taken away by Molery. Another burst of speed. Here comes Bruno. Tries to go for the reverse shot and is able to draw the penalty corner. Hovis doesn't agree. She's going to go have a quick talk with the referee before making her defensive equipment on.
Nice play, Lane!
Another penalty corner for Georgetown. Going to take it will be Cronin.
Corner for Georgetown, taken by number 20, Allie Cronin.
Bruno on the near side, Stevenson up top, waiting to take a shot. They go that way to Stevenson, takes a shot, and it goes wide. It was deflected, so Hoyas will retain possession. But Braybender coming up huge once again, doing all she can to keep this game within grasp. for Lehigh. 16 minutes now left in the game. Stevenson again. Under the corner now. English trying to make a move. Whistle blows away from the play. English guarding the ball. Mountain Hawks will take over. You can now say that 7 of the 13 goals, more than half of the goals scored this season for Lehigh, have been from freshman players, thanks to the goal from Olivia Perrone. Toller on the far side. Boy is spaced out very evenly with the seeker Bruno coming up for the steal. Here comes Jax Vanderveen. Fakes a shot. Advantage was given and then finally called. Boyas will be rewarded another penalty corner. Vanderveen, Michaela Bruno. At the top of the circle, Grace English here on the near side. Bruno will now step out as Emily Frazier will come in. She had a goal. The 4th goal of the game, looking for her 2nd of the contest. They send it that way, set up for Frazier. Takes 2nd, steps in, takes the shot, hits the back of the net, and they score! Emily Frazier with her 2nd goal of the game. Boyas get that goal back, go back up 4. It's 5-1. On the center pass, taken quickly away by Lindsay Getz. Getz moving on into the circle. Getz takes a shot and scores! Barely had time to breathe before Lindsay Getz gives the Hoyas their 6th goal of the game. 14:23 left in the half.
Goal by number 19, Lindsay Getz.
For Lindsay Getz, it's goal number 6 on the season. Trying to chase down Cammie Osborne, who had 2 more today thus far. Now 2nd on the team, 2 behind Osborne. Quickly after their 5th goal of the game, and here she goes again. Has the ball right around midfield. Pass rolled off the stick of Rogers, easily intercepted by Lehigh. Leah Mullery with it. And now Lehigh will finally get a chance to move up. Georgetown 6 goals, 2nd highest this season. They scored 7 here at Cooper Field against LIU Brooklyn back on September 7th. An opportunity here with 13.5 minutes remaining. Try and tie their season high. Emily Frazier, 2nd and 3rd goals of the season for her here in her 7th game. Junior back making the most of that penalty corner opportunity. Sophie Mylink is back in the game now for the Mountain Hawks. Taking over out of forward position and immediately gets her number called, and there she has it. Has Lindsay Alvarez up ahead if she can get it to her. Short pass. Can't be handled by Georgetown. Lehigh will retain it. Georgetown, though, given an opportunity now to get back. Alvarez just sending that ball out of bounds. Perhaps rushing a little bit, but now an opportunity to apply some forward pressure, try and get the steal and get back onto offense. Cronin with it. Far side of the field to Frazier. Frazier just clearing it out, intercepted by Lehigh. Inside, Alvarez centering pass. Can't be handled by Dice. It rolls past her all the way out to the corner. It'll be Georgetown's ball. Dice was there. Lehigh applying considerable pressure right now. Nason able to intercept that clearing ball. Nason out to Maddie Monahan. Defenseman from Fairfield, Connecticut. Tammy Osborne coming up to take that pass away. No real advantage for the Hoyas. And now getting back is Lehigh. Good sliding tackle by Alvis just to knock it away. Now it's Hickey. Hickey has it stolen away. Over to Dice. Dice looking for Highlink. Highlink dishing it off. Isabel McCune. McEwen to Mylink, able to be kept in by the Hoyas right along the baseline. Waiting, trying to flick it around. Finally drawing the whistle. Nice job, Emily Frazier keeping composure, getting the whistle. Now giving the Hoyas a little bit of space as Allie Cronin can move up. Running off of Hickey to Mullery. Mullery always seeming to be in the right place at the right time. McEwen trying to battle Hickey. Scrum forward, rewarded to the Hoyas. Mason quickly retreating now. Comfortable lead now for the Hoyas, just trying to finish this game strong. Lehigh looking to continue to build this program, looking to add on before their next contest in the upcoming weekends. They'll have a couple of contests next week. Next game is Saturday, back at home in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania against Patriot League opponent Holy Cross. So everything you carry in out of this last 10 minutes of this game, looking forward to build against that game against Holy Cross. Hoyas, meanwhile, will get back into Big East play next weekend as they will go back on the road. 2 games next week, one against Big East rival Temple in Philadelphia, and then the other at Rutgers on Sunday. Friday, Sunday action this upcoming weekend, both on the road. It's Hickey, Harkins, and Osborne. Harkins and Osborne, the 2 attacking forwards. Gill, Hickey, Cunningham in the middle. Leverett, Cronin, Frazier, and Anna Farley. Lindsay Alvarez forcing the issue there. Now it's Perone. Perone just trying to get into the circle, draw that penalty corner. Knocked out of bounds, will stay with Lehigh. Last touch by Cronin. Weak pass by Nason, easily intercepted by Georgetown. Now moving up with it. Katie Moransky headed down the field. If they can find her, they can't. Jordan Sweeney getting some action here for the Hoyas. Sweeney, just her second contest of the season, as the Hoyas nearly had a breakout there with Harkins and Moransky. Moransky now being pushed up to that forward position with Osborne out of the game. Some different looks, different rotations with different players coming into this game. For Hickey, it is her 5th game. Sweeney just her 2nd. Chloe Verweel just her 2nd. Coach Longacre doing a great job utilizing the bench today, getting everybody involved. Another intercepted pass there. Ashley Leverett. Leverett trying to find Hickey. Pass was behind her, but it finds Moransky inside the circle. Reese shot is blocked. That knocked out of bounds by Perrone. Ball will stay with the Hoyas. Moransky nearly picking up her goal on that reverse shot. Would have been her first goal of the season. Timeout as looks like Hovis of Lehigh. Blanca Hovis holding her mouth. Perhaps taking an errant stick during that play, maybe during the shot of Moransky. Lehigh trainers coming out to check on her as the two teams huddle up, respectively. Lehigh right at the 20-yard line, midfield, middle of the field rather. Georgetown, same position but at the 35-yard line. We really like to see, and here are all the Georgetown players on the bench continually cheering on their team and really getting excited for especially the players that haven't gotten a lot of playing time this year to get their opportunities, really looking for them to score, wanting to them to score. That's what you love to see. It's great to have the drive to be successful yourself. You definitely want to see the good in others and see other people succeed as well. That's how a really good team comes about, when everybody's cheering for everybody to have success. So Hovis probably done for the day with this game essentially out of reach for Lehigh. 6-1 with 7:16 left. Want to make sure that she's okay. One of the cornerstones of this team, just a sophomore, reigning from the Netherlands. Has played an excellent game today as a center back, left back, whatever she's been called upon, she's been there. Currently with a towel and ice and water to her face on the left cheek. So it should be okay. Was able to walk off on her own power. We hope the best for Hovis. But now back to the action. Rogers with a long shot. Was not tipped, was not taken inside the penalty circle. So ball will be returned to Lehigh. Vanchak will take over at the forward position now with Moransky. Jax Vanderveen back in the game as well with Michaela Bruno. With the ball, that's Sweeney. Sweeney making her name known here in just her second opportunity. Now moving up the field. Lehigh met by two defenders, Leverett and Cronin, coming together. Vanderveen losing it, getting run into. Was keep possession. Leverett just out of the reach of Vanchak. Like to see that by the defenders, though, especially. Not giving anything easy to Lehigh. Continue to apply pressure, wanting to keep this a 5-goal advantage, a 1-goal allowed game. Ball's flicked up ahead. Those in favor of Georgetown. Ball up ahead to Moransky. Moransky cuts inside. Moransky off of the pad of Bravebender. Got a lot on that shot. Right off the top right knee pad of Bravebender. If she could have angled that shot more to the far post, had a lot more room to work with. Moransky nearly picking up her first goal of the season. Bruno always looking to attack. Gets inside, centers it to Moransky, and she scores!
Georgetown goal.
A couple of firsts for the Georgetown Hoyas. Moransky picking up her first goal of the season off of a beautiful centering ball by Michaela Bruno to pick up her first assist of the season. And the Hoyas tied their season high with 7 goals in this game. It's 7-1. What are teammates for? Unable to do it herself was Moransky, so she got an easier shot off a perfect centering pass by Michaela Bruno. who now has 3 points in this game thanks to the goal and the assist. Two points for the goal, 1 point for the assist for those of you keeping track at home. Bruno now on the season with 11 points, trailing just Getz and Osborne for the team lead in that category. Ball getting deep into the striking circle now of Georgetown, knocked away initially by Perone off of her foot. So free play for Georgetown. With 4:35 left to go in the second half. Georgetown doing an excellent job here in this game. Sometimes you worry about a team coming off a big win and not playing as strongly in the next game. That is not what has happened at all. Just the one defensive breakdown here in the second half that allowed the goal. But otherwise, a great game by the Hoyas after that huge win against Old Dominion on Friday. Continuing to attack, Jax Vanderveen cuts into the striking circle. Knocked away by Brabender, but not before the whistle is called against the Hoyas. Cielo and Harkins at the forward positions now. Vanderveen, Bruno, Aaron Rodgers, and Jordan Sweeney. Wouldn't be surprised if Sweeney stays in the game for this final 3:30, has yet to check out since coming into the ballgame. Pressure by Masiello. Gets through to McEwen. McEwen, a little touch pass up ahead to Perone. Perone, give and go with McEwen. The ball to her left goes back to Perone. Perone trying to sneak it past Cronin. Cronin is right there up to the challenge. Other side now to Major. Madeline Major, sophomore from Yardley, Pennsylvania. Making quick work of Leverett. Allows it to roll out of bounds or stay with the Mountain Hawks. Going to Ware getting inside the striking circle, but has it knocked away by Georgetown. Rodgers able to gather it. Plays with poise. Moving it up to Harkins. Harkins looking for Masiello. It's out of her reach. They're saying it's going to stay with Georgetown as it was tipped out of bounds. Masiello, Jax Vanderveen, cutting to the net. Can't find her. Ball will be knocked out of bounds by the Mountain Hawks. Ware will take a seat, most likely done for the day, as Lindsay Alvarez will come back here with Georgetown losing possession initially. Amanda Boyer clearing it out to Lauren Dice. And Dice trying to sweep it up ahead to Major. And Major is able to get it. She has a step on Frazier. Struggling to control the ball, now gathers it. Just trying to flick it towards the striking circle. A lot of blue bodies there. So it'll be rewarded to the Hoyas. Under 2 minutes to play here, 7-1 the score. Georgetown controlling this game through the majority of the 69 minutes played. Tying their season high with 7 goals in this game. Allowing just the lone goal in the second half to freshman Olivia Perot. Rodgers marked and battled by McEwen, and he goes down to get it and wins it. Lehigh applying some good pressure here at the end of the game, trying to find a second goal.
One minute left in regulation.
1 minute left. 1 minute left here in regulation at Cooper Field. Bruno has had an excellent weekend. 2 goals and an assist, including a game winner. Expect to see her name in the news this upcoming week. Tammy Osborne and Lindsay Getz with a great weekend as well. 2 goals each for them. One final push for the Mountain Hawks. Dice battling with Leverett. Knocks it out of bounds. 15 seconds left.
And with the Hoyas with possession, they can essentially let this clock just run out. Cronin taking her time to restart this one. We'll fling it over to Leverett. 3 seconds left. She'll dribble it to the corner, and that'll do it. The Hoyas win back-to-back games for the first time since September 7th, where they started the season with 5 straight wins. They get a season-high 7 goals in this game. Cammie Osborne picking up her 7th and 8th goals of the game. Michaela Bruno, her 5th. Frazier with her 2nd and 3rd. Getz with her 6th of the season. And Katie Moransky picking up her 1st goal of the season. Great job by the ladies in blue to come back from that win against Old Dominion. A huge win, a very emotional win for their first Big East win of the season. And they came away with that W, and they come away facing a lesser opponent in Lehigh, a building team, a team that has a lot of star potential in it with their freshman cast. Definitely a team to keep your eye on in the upcoming years in the Patriot League, but the Hoyas did what they need to do as a team looking to compete in the Big East, came into this out-of-conference game, and took care of business as the favorite to win this game. So once again, final score 7-1. Our next broadcast of Georgetown Field Hockey will come October 14th, an out-of-conference match against Towson University at 1 p.m. So again, October 14th against Towson will be the next broadcast here at home from Cooper Field. Georgetown Hoyas, now with a record of 8-3 overall, will travel up to Philadelphia and New Jersey this weekend at Temple October 5th, 6 p.m. game against Temple. That is a Big East game. Hoyas looking to go 2-2 in the Big East against the current 0-3 Temple Owls. And then they'll have another out-of-conference game October 7th at Rutgers. That game is at 1 p.m. Once again, excellent game for the Hoyas. Back-to-back wins, 7 goals in this game. Not much more to be said. Time to take care of business against the Big East. Momentum certainly on their side, looking to continue to build this season and compete in the Big East. Well, that'll do it for us here in the booth. Thank you to everybody involved in the broadcasting team this afternoon. Enjoy your Sunday. I am Dan Ward signing off. You've just watched Georgetown Field Hockey on Hoya Vision.